And we're live. I haven't been recording. I've been doing the same repairs over and over, and I've been having problems with my camera that's up there. It lags when we do live repairs. But I just went ahead and wanted to do a video real quick. We got a PS5 in the mail, wrapped up pretty good. I like that. And let's go break it down and fix it. HDMI port like always. He haven't said it was tampered with or not. So let's see what we find in here. We wrapped it up real nice. We'll use the same bubble wrap. Alright. Still more tape. Okay, I got it. Disc virgin, and we can see physical damage. I can show you under the scope before we go ahead and break it down. Let's see if we can capture that. No, you see that right there? There's physical damage on the end, and the little metal bracket is bent. So let's just go ahead and get to the repair. I know should not. Let me just log in my YouTube channel and make sure we got everything going. I'm breaking it down as we go. And I hope we don't have no roaches in this one. I did one just earlier today with full of roaches. Okay, my life looks okay. I'm looking at it right now. I just hope it's not lagging. I haven't recorded in 2 or 3 weeks, but I'm getting these PS5s and Xboxes in daily. You know, if you look at my channel, I have so many of them. Record the same thing over and over and over. I don't like editing, or I'll sit down and do a lot of my iPhones. I did an 11 Pro Max that came in yesterday with no power. I had to split the motherboard, back capacitor next to the power management chip. Put it back together. Everything works. Wi-Fi service, cameras. Alright, 3 more screws. And then we got this top shield off after this. Alright, I guess I have 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, I forgot this cable connected in. Just because I'm going to go live, this is what happens. Just disconnect this cable. There we go. Alright, remove this, remove that. Disconnect all of these cables real quick. Alright, and now we got about 50 screws, so let's go ahead and unscrew all these screws. This is what takes most of the time, is unscrewing these Little small silver screws. Doing the HDMI port shouldn't take more than 5 minutes. It's taking the system apart and putting it back together what takes 20-30 minutes. And the new version I did yesterday, it was a re-version of this. It had a smaller motherboard with less screws. It looks the same on the outside, just different motherboard. Smaller motherboard, different power supply, and less screws. We're halfway done on the screws. Mic check, mic check. I want to hear myself on YouTube. Make sure it's doing its thing. Mic check, mic check. So the live video is about 30 seconds behind. But that's fine as long as it's not lagging. Alright, just remove this X clamp and we got the motherboard out. Probably a little hard to come up because of that. There we go. And this little thermal paste. That looks okay. That thermal, I mean, goddamn liquid metal looks good on it. Not too bad. Alright, let's get to the HDMI port. Let me turn on my equipment and get to it. Let me go out and grab an HDMI port while my iron warms up. New port. Alright. First thing we're gonna do, like always, flip it around and make sure that's for you guys. You can see the camera pretty well. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and add some flux. And after you add some flux, you go ahead and get your low melt solder. You apply it on these anchor legs. And there you go. My wife probably called it. Nope, somebody else. It's not important. Alright, go ahead and apply some low melt solder on these joints. That will help us remove this HDMI a little faster. Don't need them that much. Go ahead, flip it back around. And we can apply just a little more flux. And bring our heat. People be asking me what's my heat temperature all the time. I do 500 with 120. Alright, it's coming loose in 5, 4, 3. There we go. You don't even have to say 2 and 1. But let's go ahead and wick this while the board is still hot. Exhale. Hey, how are you, sir? I actually need 20 SIM cards if you can go ahead and send them out. No, 20 AT&T SIMs. That little one that comes in the orange packaging. Alright, thank you. Alright, that slowed me down a little bit, that phone call. Well, let's get back to it. We may need to flip the motherboard around now. Now let's go ahead and flip it around and clean it from the other side. It's this one right here. Alright, that should do it. Alright. Just cleaned it up, and I guess the camera's not clear to you guys. There you go. Let's go ahead and install this new port. We'll go ahead and just sit it down in this place. Keep messing with my camera because I'm trying to make sure you guys can see what I'm doing, and at the same time I'm trying to see if it's clear for you guys on the monitor because I got the monitor leaning. Alright, so let's go ahead and start by soldering down these pins. Alright, just got these on the corner. They're a little bit, what we're gonna call it, I guess, difficult because of that little capacitor. But just be careful, that's it. Yep. And now let's flip this around. I can clean it for you guys if you want to see how it looks. See my monitor. I guess it's not seated right. We can go ahead and shift it. Let me do this. I'm gonna just shift it in a little bit towards that way. Seat it right. It's fine, but I just want to seat it right. So when the customer looks at it from the other side, it doesn't look crooked. Maybe something inside of that hole. I'm sure these pins are solid by now. There you go. Now it's sitting straight. Let's go ahead and flip it around and fill these little legs up. Make it clear for you guys. Up, down, how does it go clear? Alright, let's go ahead and apply some flux. And get some solder on our iron. And to help with our heat gun. I'm just gonna go over them one more time, make sure the solder floats in. Alright, it looks like we can add a little more solder to that left leg. Let me clear the scope, this sucks. Yeah, so let's flip it around again, and it's gonna be on this side right here. Camera's still clear. Let's go ahead and add a little bit more. We're gonna add some flux. That should do. Still not filled up all the way. Let me show you another trick. What you do is you go ahead and get some solder. And let's apply it here. These tweezers are bent up and ugly. So let's do this right here. Just keep warming it up until the solder melts in. Probably need to crank my heat up. We're not trying to melt the connector, we just want to melt this solder right here. There you go. That's still not high enough. Just a slight more. Let me apply some flux. Alright, it's melting. Let it soak in. There we go, the stubborn mother lover. Give it a few more seconds. I want to make sure it goes in the hole and is doing its purpose. 1 second, there you go. Alright. There you go, pal. Got it. Let me clean it and show you how it looks. Let me lift up my camera. That was a bad mother lover, isn't it? Look at it. Alright, let's go ahead and reassemble the system. Make sure I don't have no bridges while I'm at it. Nope. Alright. Let's reassemble the system real quick, just to test, make sure it's showing on the TV, and then I'll redo everything. I'll reassemble the rest of the system off camera. So we're just going to connect the power cable, this little, I guess, USB connector, and you got these little antennas. They're not needed, but I'm going to just connect them anyway. Then let's go ahead and put the X clamp and screw it down. Alright, this is good enough to test. I'm going to just put one screw to hold this down. This little metal shield. And then let's go to my TV. We're going to go to the TV and plug it up. Go ahead and bring it up here. Turn on the TV. Get the HDMI cable. Plug it in. Let's set it down. And find the power cable. And let's press the power button. Alright, we got blue light. Let's give it a minute. It should probably turn on and off a few times for the system to reboot. But the HDMI job is done 110%. Let's wait for it to come on. It's still a blue light. And now we got a white light. Let's see what happens. It should go back to blue light and then load back up. We should see some on the TV. I'm gonna test it, let it give it a minute. Now it's blue light, so let's wait a few more seconds. And we got it to come on, but nothing on the TV. Yep, there we go. It just showed up on the TV. Let me try to get this phone. We got it hooked up. And the system is ready. I can get a controller to go through it, but we don't need to do that. So we'll go ahead and end the video here. Thanks for watching this repair. If you like it, like and subscribe for